I genuinely believed Sumatra had Malaysia beat. Cheaper prices, untouched beaches, incredible wildlife, and that raw, adventurous vibe everyone raves about. I was convinced. But after comparing everything from costs to experiences to actual travel logistics, Malaysia completely blindsided me. And if you're trying to decide between these two Southeast Asian destinations, what I discovered might completely change your plans. Look, I get the appeal of Sumatra. It's Indonesia's wild child, the place where orangutans swing through actual rainforests and volcanoes dominate the skyline. It sounds incredible on paper. Malaysia, on the other hand, sometimes gets written off as too developed, too easy, too touristy. But here's what nobody tells you about these two places when you actually break down what matters for your trip. Let's talk money first, because that's what most travelers care about. Everyone assumes Indonesia automatically means cheaper travel. Sumatra should destroy Malaysia in the budget category, right? Not even close. A decent guest house in Bukit Lawang, one of Sumatra's main tourist spots, runs you around 150,000 to 250,000 Indonesian rupiah per night. That's roughly 45 to 75 Malaysian ringgit. Meanwhile, in Penang, Malaysia, you can find clean, comfortable guest houses for 40 to 60 ringgit. In Kuala Lumpur, budget hotels start around 50 to 80 ringgit. The difference? Malaysia's accommodation is consistently better quality for similar or even lower prices. Food costs reveal an even bigger surprise. A basic meal at a local warung in Sumatra costs 25,000 to 40,000 rupiah, which converts to about 7.50 to 12 ringgit. A filling meal at a Malaysian hawker center costs 6 to 10 ringgit. You're getting the same value, except Malaysian food comes with insane variety. One hawker center gives you Malay, Chinese, and Indian cuisine in one location. Sumatra's food is fantastic, but you're mostly eating variations of the same Padang-style dishes and nasi goreng. Transportation is where Malaysia absolutely demolishes Sumatra. Getting around Sumatra is genuinely challenging. Distances look small on a map, but roads are rough. A bus from Medan to Bukit Lawang, only about 86 kilometers, takes 3 to 4 hours and costs around 50,000 rupiah or 15 ringgit. The roads twist through mountains, buses run on unclear schedules, and comfort is not a priority. In Malaysia, the intercity bus system is phenomenal. Air-conditioned coaches with comfortable seats, clear schedules, and online booking. Kuala Lumpur to Penang, a 350-kilometer journey, costs about 35 to 50 ringgit and takes 4 comfortable hours on a proper highway. You've got trains, affordable domestic flights, and grab rides everywhere. Sumatra has ojeks, motorcycle taxis, and hope. But maybe you don't care about comfort. Maybe you're here for raw adventure and wildlife. This is where Sumatra should finally take the crown, right? The orangutans of Bukit Lawang and Gunung Lusa National Park are absolutely world-class. No argument there. Trekking through actual rainforest to see wild orangutans swinging overhead is a legitimate bucket list experience. A 2-day, 1-night trek costs around 1,500,000 to 2,000 rupiah per person, roughly 450 to 600 ringgit. It's incredible, but it's also tough. Steep jungle trails, humidity that soaks through everything, leeches, basic camping conditions, and guides whose English skills vary wildly. Malaysia's wildlife experiences are different but spectacular in their own way. Taman Negara, one of the world's oldest rainforests, offers jungle trekking, canopy walkways, and wildlife spotting for much less money and with way better infrastructure. A 2-day, 1-night package runs about 300 to 400 ringgit with comfortable lodges, English-speaking guides, and clear itineraries. Borneo's Malaysian side, specifically Sabah and Sarawak, gives you orangutans at Sepilok Rehabilitation Centre, proboscis monkeys in mangrove forests, and pygmy elephants in Kinabatangan River. These experiences are organized, accessible, and you're not sacrificing authenticity for convenience. Beaches are another massive consideration. Sumatra's got some stunning coastline. The Mentawai Islands are legendary for surfing. Pulau Way near Banda Aceh has beautiful diving. Lake Toba is gorgeous, though technically not a beach. But getting to these places requires serious effort. Ferries run infrequently, boat schedules change without notice, and infrastructure is minimal. A ferry to Pulau Way from Banda Aceh costs around 85,000 rupiah or 25 ringgit and takes 90 minutes, but you need to reach Banda Aceh first, which is in Sumatra's far north. Malaysia's islands are absurdly easy to reach and just as beautiful. Perhentian Islands, Redang, Tioman, Langkawi. These places have crystal-clear water, incredible snorkeling and diving, and you can book everything online in advance. A return ferry to Perhentian from Kuala Besut costs around 70 ringgit. Langkawi has an actual airport, with multiple daily flights from Kuala Lumpur for as low as 100 to 200 ringgit. The beaches rival anything in Sumatra, and you're not spending half your vacation just trying to get there. Let's address the elephant in the room. Sumatra feels more adventurous. It feels more real, more raw, more off the beaten path. That's absolutely true. If you want to feel like you're genuinely exploring, Sumatra delivers that sensation. Fewer tourists, less infrastructure, more unpredictability. But there's a difference between adventurous and frustrating. Spending 4 hours trying to find transport because bus schedules don't exist isn't adventure. It's just poor planning infrastructure that eats your limited vacation time. Malaysia gives you adventure without the unnecessary headaches. You can trek through Taman Negara's jungle, climb Mount Kinabalu, dive with sea turtles, explore caves filled with bats and swiftlets, and raft down whitewater rapids. But when you're done, you can get a good night's sleep, eat incredible food, and actually plan your next day with confidence. That's not selling out. That's traveling smart. Cultural experiences matter too. Sumatra has rich culture, especially in areas like Lake Toba with the Batak people, and Banda Aceh with its strong Islamic traditions and tsunami history. These experiences are meaningful and eye-opening. But language barriers can be significant outside major tourist areas. English proficiency is limited, and while hand gestures work, deeper cultural exchanges become challenging. Malaysia is multicultural in a way that's rare in Southeast Asia. You've got Malay, Chinese, and Indian communities living side by side, each maintaining distinct traditions, festivals, and cuisines. You can experience a Buddhist temple, a Hindu celebration, and a mosque within the same city. English is widely spoken, making genuine conversations and cultural learning so much easier. You're not just observing culture, you're engaging with it. Safety is something travelers don't always want to discuss, but it matters. Both countries are generally safe for tourists. However, Malaysia's infrastructure, better street lighting, more organized public spaces, and stronger tourist police presence create a more secure environment, especially for solo travelers and women. Sumatra isn't dangerous, but you need to be more cautious, especially in remote areas where help isn't readily available. Internet and connectivity might seem trivial, until you need to book your next accommodation, check transport schedules, or call home. Malaysia has 4G coverage almost everywhere tourists go. Sumatra's internet is spotty outside major towns. This affects everything from navigation to booking to simply staying in touch. In 2025, connectivity isn't a luxury. It's essential for smooth travel. Medical facilities are another practical consideration. If you get sick or injured, Malaysia has excellent private hospitals in all major cities with English-speaking doctors and modern equipment. Treatment is affordable compared to Western countries, and medical tourism is actually a thing here. Sumatra has hospitals, but quality varies dramatically. In remote areas, serious medical issues mean evacuation to Medan or even Jakarta. Travel insurance is essential everywhere, but Malaysia gives you peace of mind that help is accessible if needed. The diversity of experiences within Malaysia is staggering. You can start in ultra-modern Kuala Lumpur with its skyscrapers and shopping malls, take a 4-hour bus to Penang for colonial architecture and the best street food in Southeast Asia, fly to Borneo for jungle adventures and wildlife, then hit Langkawi's beaches for relaxation. All within one country, all with easy logistics, all without breaking the bank. Sumatra offers amazing experiences, but it's more singular in focus. You're going for nature and adventure. Malaysia gives you nature, adventure, culture, cities, beaches, food, and history all in one trip. Visa policies matter too. Malaysia offers visa-free entry for most nationalities for up to 90 days. Indonesia offers visa-free entry for 30 days or visa on arrival for 60 days, extendable once. Not a huge difference, but Malaysia's longer initial free stay gives you more flexibility without paperwork. Let's talk about the tourism infrastructure quality. Sumatra's tourism industry exists but feels underdeveloped. Tour operators can be hit or miss. Reviews are limited. Professionalism varies. You might have an incredible guide or someone who shows up late and unprepared. Malaysia's tourism industry is mature and professional. Tours are well organized, guides are trained, and standards are consistent. This doesn't mean everything is sterile and corporate. Plenty of small, local operators provide authentic experiences with reliability you can count on. Weather patterns are similar in both places, being equatorial. But Malaysia's infrastructure handles rain better. Roads don't become impassable. Tours don't get completely cancelled. Buildings are designed for drainage. Sumatra's rainy season can genuinely disrupt plans, with roads washing out and remote areas becoming inaccessible. The food scene deserves its own deep dive. Sumatran food is delicious, particularly Padang cuisine, with its rich, spicy curries and rendang. But Malaysian food is legitimately one of the world's great cuisines. Nasi lemak, char kway teow, roti canai, sati, laksa, cendol. Every meal is an event. Hawker centres are social hubs where locals actually eat, not tourist traps. The multicultural influence creates flavour combinations you won't find anywhere else. Penang is a UNESCO creative city of gastronomy. Food alone justifies visiting Malaysia. Shopping is another unexpected win for Malaysia. From massive malls in Kuala Lumpur to Penang's street markets to duty-free shopping in Langkawi, you've got options at every price point. Sumatra has local markets which are fun for souvenirs, but selection is limited. If you want to pick up quality goods, electronics, or anything beyond basic tourist trinkets, Malaysia delivers. Nightlife and entertainment show another clear difference. Kuala Lumpur, Penang and Langkawi have bars, clubs, live music, and entertainment options. Sumatra, particularly outside Medan, is quiet after dark. Banda Aceh is under Sharia law with no alcohol. If nightlife matters to your travel style, Malaysia provides options. If you prefer quiet evenings, both destinations work, but Malaysia still gives you the choice. Festivals and events happen year-round in Malaysia. Chinese New Year, Hari Raya, Deepavali, Taipusam. These celebrations are spectacular and travelers can participate. Sumatra has festivals too, but they're less frequent and harder to time with your visit. Photography opportunities exist everywhere in both destinations. Sumatra's raw landscapes and wildlife provide incredible shots. But Malaysia's diversity means architectural photography in Kuala Lumpur, street photography in Penang, wildlife in Borneo, landscapes in Cameron Highlands, and underwater photography on the islands. More variety, easier access, better lighting conditions in urban areas. Family friendliness strongly favors Malaysia. Traveling with kids or older relatives in Sumatra is challenging. Long, rough transport, basic facilities, and limited medical access make it tough. Malaysia welcomes families with theme parks, aquariums, easy transport, kid-friendly restaurants, and accommodations set up for families. You're not compromising the experience. You're making it accessible. Solo travelers, especially women, consistently report feeling safer and more comfortable in Malaysia. The tourism infrastructure, English proficiency, and general atmosphere create confidence. Sumatra isn't unsafe, but the challenges add stress that many solo travelers prefer to avoid. Environmental sustainability efforts are stronger in Malaysia. National parks are better funded and managed. Wildlife conservation programs are more established. Sepalok Orangutan Rehabilitation Center and turtle conservation programs show serious commitment. Sumatra has conservation efforts, particularly for orangutans, but funding and enforcement are weaker. Your tourism money in Malaysia more reliably supports conservation. The learning curve for first-time Southeast Asia travelers is gentler in Malaysia. It eases you into the region without overwhelming culture shock, while still feeling authentically Asian. Sumatra throws you in the deep end immediately. That's exciting for experienced travelers, but intimidating for newcomers. Value for money is about more than low prices. It's about what you get for what you spend. Sumatra might be slightly cheaper on paper for some things, but Malaysian tourism delivers better bang for your ringgit. Quality accommodation, reliable transport, incredible food, organized tours, and easy logistics mean less wasted time and money on problem solving. Both destinations have their place. Sumatra is perfect if you want hardcore adventure, don't mind logistical challenges, prioritize seeing wild orangutans in their natural habitat, and enjoy feeling like you're genuinely off the beaten path. It's a fantastic destination for experienced travelers who thrive on unpredictability. But Malaysia wins for almost everyone else. Better value, easier logistics, more diverse experiences, incredible food, welcoming culture, beautiful nature, great beaches, and that sweet spot between authentic and accessible. You're not sacrificing adventure, you're choosing smart adventure that respects your time and budget. I started this comparison convinced Sumatra would come out on top. The reality surprised me completely. Malaysia isn't the boring, overdeveloped option. It's the complete package that delivers everything most travelers actually want from a Southeast Asian adventure without the unnecessary friction. If you're planning your trip and torn between these destinations, consider what matters most to you. If seeing wild orangutans in Gunung Leuser is your absolute dream, go to Sumatra and plan carefully. But if you want an incredible, diverse, hassle-free trip with nature, culture, food, beaches, and cities all in one place, Malaysia is your answer. Drop a comment telling me which destination you'd choose and why. Hit subscribe if you want more honest travel comparisons that go beyond the Instagram highlights. And check out my comparison between Borneo and Bali next, because that matchup has some serious plot twists too. Malaysia genuinely shocked me, and I think it might surprise you too.